Every politics is said to be local, but it is also territorial. The tendency to expand political base constantly oils ambition of politicians. Having captured the presidency, the governing All Progressive Congress, APC, is striving to make inroads into southeast and south-south geopolitical zones of the country by winning some governorship seats in the regions, targeting big wins in the governorship election. In the regions, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, is spearheading APC campaigns to win some states in the two zones. On Monday, the number 2 citizen was in 2 south-south states, that's Delta and Akwa Ibom, to campaign for APC and followed that up with trips to states like Imo in the southeast earlier. Babajide, in 2015, President Muhammadu Buhari in the whole region, that's south-south and the southeast, did not make 25% in most of those states. And even in all, the whole southeast.
Many of those states.
Many of those, in any of those states. And in 2015,
Yes.
he came so strong. Because his total votes in the southeast, I think it was 190-something thousand in 2015. But in one state, states like Imo State, he had 140-something thousand. We know, courtesy of Rochas, Okorocha and everything. But in some of those other states, he made more than 25%. He got more than 25% in the south-south and the southeast this time around.
Yes, I think the only state where I did not get 25% in the southeast is Enugu.
Enugu State,
Enugu
yes,
State.
It was ruthlessly beaten there.
Yes, Enugu is a one-party state. Remember, I came back from Enugu and I said that last year, that even if the Deputy Senate President decided at that time to join the APC, he will not be re-elected because it's a one-party state.
It's a no-go area for APC.
That is a fact. That is a fact. When we say these things, you know, your friends on social media, some of them will be abusing us. They will even say, oh, Ijide is PDP. That is the depth to which they have sunk.
And sometimes they'll say it's APC.
So, no, some will say APC. You know, the painful thing.
You've not gone out of the two major
the
political
painful
parties.
thing is that, you know, the ones who support the APC, my critics among the APC are the worst of all. Because the question you ask yourself is that how do these people reason? Those who abuse us on Facebook and others, who are APC supporters,
They call them Buhari.
they are worse than those of them who are PDP supporters. Why? Because when the PDP supporters accuse you, oh, he likes the president too much, is this, is that, and they abuse you on social media, and sometimes you feel like not even going there, then the people that you expect that at least they will show some level of understanding, maybe because sometimes we overrate people's intellect, including some funny lawyers on Facebook. They are the ones who will now say, oh, no, he's supporting PDP. Every time you say the truth about a party, because it's your job as a journalist to try your best to stay in the middle. We all have preferences. I cannot hide the fact that I like the president because this is a man that I've been close to since the early 90s. And I'm still close to the first family. It's not something that you have to deny. You understand? But it doesn't stop one's professionalism that you have to do your work. And I'm happy that...
Criticize them as...
Yes, I criticize them. I see the things that I tell them to do. I see them do those things. And it makes me proud. That when I criticize them that they didn't do this, they go ahead to do it. So that makes me proud. It shows that I'm doing my work. It shows that the president is seeing those things or seeing what I do on the program. You know, and it's making amends. What we want is a better country, whether you are the PDP or the APC. So if you support what is good, then the country benefits from it. So if you criticize the APC, because the APC is the ruling party, Nigeria ultimately benefits from it. If you criticize the PDP, you want democracy to get better, because it is even better for us if we have two dominant parties, one challenging the other. They don't see it that way. They don't see it. They don't think that far. Oh, he must praise us all the time. He must praise the president all the time. I see the job I do here, I've been mandated to praise the president. No, that won't happen. I will criticize the president when I need to. I will criticize the PDP when I need to. That is what defines me as a journalist. And the people who sit on Facebook and abuse us at every opportunity for being objective, there's nothing they can do about it. In fact, we will now weaponize the objective criticism so that they will eventually cause them to just leave us alone, since they can't change us.
Option not to watch.
They can't stop watching.
They can't stop watching.
You know, there is this former editor of Vanguard, Chris Okoje. He had a column at that time, and he called himself, was it Chris Okoje or Ojagbase, Sonny Ojagbase,
Okay.
who described himself as the columnist you can't ignore. You must read. At that time, you must read. Because it was very controversial, but it makes sense. Sonny Ojagbase and Chris Okoje, they were in the Guardian at the same time, and they were writing excellent columns. And as a secondary school boy, I was reading them. You enjoy reading them. So they make sense. They criticize, but they make sense. So you must read them. So they are, as much as they abuse us, every day they still want to watch what we are
What is happening?
Why don't you just leave them alone? So it's a problem.
Let's go back to the
So
we're talking about Enugu State.
Yeah, Enugu State, I've said it before, that it's a one-party state. That election underlined that fact. Buhari didn't get 25%
there.
Yes. And in this election, the governorship election,
That's between Ayogo and the incumbents.
it will be a rout. It will be a rout.
Senator Ayogo and Governor Ogwani.
Yes, it will be a rout. That's my prediction.
PDP all the way.
It should be a rout. You know, one significant thing that also happened. The man who brought all of them together, including Sullivan Chime and the rest of Sullivan Chime, by the way, he left to join. He's now he went to join the APC. Some people said he went to join so that the EFCC would not harass him. Nobody knows what went on in his mind when he joined. But the man who brought all of them together, that is Ebiano.
Senator Chimaroke
Namani.
Yes.
He's back.
In the Senate, he won that ticket.
He's back. You know, so bringing him back has solidified that base, because he's the one who built those structures that the Enugu PDP continues to use now. So he's back. The governor, Ogwani, is like a recluse. He doesn't talk. He hardly grants interviews because he hates controversy, but the people like him. And he's also a governor who manages to get support across even party lines. I don't know how he does it. But some people are just gifted. That people, whatever they do, people will be happy with them and people will support them. He's that kind of person. So Enugu, for me, is very easy. In fact, it's easier for the PDP to win in Katsina than for the APC to win in Enugu State.
It's easier.
It's easier.
That calculation.
It's easier
for the PDP
to go and win in Katsina
impossible.
than for the APC to go and win in Enugu State.